How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I actually had the part 2 to the video that I just released to come out, but we have even bigger breaking news right now that comes from the CMA, as Brad Smith has just announced that the CMA, after seeing the FTC lose on every single count, including the market definition, which is a point I was making in my new video that I was supposed to release before this one. So there may be some discussions about what I would do if I was the CMA in that one. That may sound a little weird because that video was supposed to come before this one, and well, this one is a much bigger breaking news, so I needed to get this one out first. And this is my 4th video out today, so I'm gonna have the other one come out a little later, probably just past 1 AM my time, so it'll be around 6 PM your time. So hopefully you'll get that as well. But I hope you enjoy that content. But we do have some big news regarding the CMA, as they finally have caved and have decided that they no longer want to fight this losing battle because they are going to lose. So let's go over here. Now, one thing I will say before I do get into this, if you are watching this content and that button at the red button at the bottom doesn't say subscribed, I think you very well should click on it to make it say subscribed. We are looking to get to 2,000 subs. Hopefully we can get there within the next 2-3 videos, because these are massive news updates, and hopefully you've enjoyed the content and the ride along the way, and you'll enjoy the continual videos that I'll be releasing with regards to gaming news. Okay, so here it goes. Our statement from Brad Smith on the mutual request with the CMA for a pause of our appeal in the UK. And it reads: after today's court decision in the US, our focus now turns back to the UK. While we ultimately disagree with the CMA's concerns, we are considering how the transaction might be modified in order to address those concerns in a way that is acceptable to the CMA. Now, what I was saying in my video that was supposed to come before this one is the fact that the CMA now should basically, put a pause on the trial, basically stop the trial, get together with Microsoft, renegotiate, talk with them, get some remedies involved, make it look like they're making Microsoft bend the knee, and then come out on top and say, we've spoken to Microsoft, we've come to these remedies, we've come to an agreement, we are no longer blocking this deal, it is passing. The fact that the FTC has lost on all accounts, including market definition, means that the CMA can't even rely on the market definition anymore, as there is now a precedent for this from one of the biggest regulators in the world, the FTC, and I'm pretty sure Judge Marcus Smith is going to look at that that the precedent that's just been set and apply it, in which case the CMA loses all authority, all basis, all grounds for their appeal, and well, they have really no chance of winning at all. They're going to go there and look stupid. So by agreeing with Microsoft to pause and come together to an agreement, I think is the right way to do this, and it is the best move for the CMA. In order to prioritize work on these proposals, Microsoft and Activision have agreed with the CMA that a stay of the litigation in the UK would be in the public interest, especially when it comes to jobs, gamers not getting games, and the parties have made a joint submission to the CATribunal to this effect. Now, what this essentially means is that they are basically stopping the CATribunal. The CMA knows that it's not going to win, with the FTC having lost in every count in a glorious of fashions. The CMA really has no grounds to actually win this. I mean, even the fact that they wanted to delay the actual trial because they couldn't get anyone to stand up for them in court because no one was crazy enough to do it, clearly showed you that they didn't have a smoking gun. Now, if you have a smoking gun, you will go to court, you will prove your point, and you will win. But they didn't have one. And by them trying to delay, they showed their hand. And with the FTC losing in such a disastrous fashion, and Lena Khan basically just getting completely and utterly humiliated as the FTC leader for all she did and all she tried to protect the market leader, the CMA, in my opinion, right now is doing the right thing. They are doing the right, they're taking the right steps by bringing Microsoft in and making them, having those negotiations, putting in remedies, and I suspect within the next week, I mean, by Friday, Microsoft are going to close this anyway. And, you know, what would be ideal is if over the next 2-3 days, Microsoft and the CMA come to an agreement and the CMA approve, and then that will actually make the FTC the only country that rejected, that didn't approve. The CMA, even though they blocked, they will, you know, in the history annals, it will be seen that, you know, they approved. You'll have to dig deep to see how many countries didn't approve, and the FTC will remain the sole person, the sole country, regulator, that disapproved and got humiliated for it. So I think the CMA here is playing it really smart. And as we can see in the comment section here, let's go close the deal. Mind blowing. This is amazing. No, they might try to play you, Brad, draw you into extending something. They had their chance. You should stand up on this. Let it play out in the cat. Make both of them lose. Now, that is something that the Microsoft can do. If Microsoft didn't want to find a proper resolution, they could go to court and they will win. They would win at the CATribunal and the CMA would be absolutely humiliated. But I'm kind of happy that they're not doing that, and they've given and the CMA and Microsoft have come to an agreement to find a resolution, and that basically means that the deal is happening and approval is coming. That's guaranteed at this point. There's no two ways about it. We have to unite and block this merger at all costs. He's still going. He's a joker. If they're worried about cloud gaming, then can't you just make sure none of the AVB content is on? It's not about cloud gaming. I mean, cloud gaming is a thing, but their market definition is wrong. RIP Activision Blizzard. As you can see, domino effect. They knew they were going to lose with the defeat of the FTC. It would be throwing taxpayer money down the drain. Congratulations to them. Were wise. You know, and that's the thing at the moment. When it comes to taxpayers' money, a lot of it was wasted in the US, and it's sad. And I'm happy that the CMA isn't doing that here. Ultimately, the biggest problem with the CMA going to court, and let's just say hypothetically they won, right? Just hypothetically, the only people that stand to lose here is the UK gamers and the UK people in jobs, because Microsoft at that point would be forced to take Activision Blizzard out of the UK. Hundreds of thousands of jobs would be lost, and UK gamers would be left without games in their Game Pass subscription. They would have an inferior service. So how is that what the CMA stands for? How is that competition? It is not. It is actually anti-consumerism. It's giving consumers less choice. So I don't think ultimately they had a choice. I think they were, at the end of, once the FTC lost, that was it. It was game over for them, and they knew it, and they absolutely knew that it was done. And I'm actually happy with Microsoft not going in for the kill, and they've decided that they're going to end this peacefully and keep, you know, the regulator with some dignity, with some respect. But that's it. Again, the follow-up video to this will be a follow-up to the first video. There may be some overlaps with this video because of it in regards to the actual CMA, because I do talk about at the start. I'm going to try edit it out if I can, but if I can't, it's based, that video, just know, was recorded before this one, but this one with the breaking news, it had to be done. So congratulations, Xbox owners, you've done it. And the CMA is caving in as well. And that is it. Job done. Main legend.